The media diverts the public's attention away from the critical matters occurring in the world today and preoccupies thy attention with glamour and gossip. Such organizations gaineth power every day, and all haveth the same goal, global domination. Once the world beeth controlled by one group or organization, there shall beeth no voicing of thy own opinion. There shall beeth no peaceful protests. There shall beeth no reason to alloweth freedom of speech or freedom of thought. The freedoms within all nations of the world shall beeth amalgamated. The rights and liberties thy forefathers fought and died for shall be dissolved. First, ye shall see peace treaties between countries that seem unrealistic. Such peace treaties shall be short and manifest quickly. The contracts written to enforce such peace treaties shall be vague and unclear, and ye shall knoweth not how or why such peace treaties formed. Ye shall see smaller countries opening up their borders to their neighboring countries. Such actions shall appear admirable, but shall be mandated to the puppets of the high elitist, and done so unwillingly by the leaders of such nations. Ye shall then seeth a number of man-made catastrophes that beeth made to appear natural or accidental. Such catastrophes shall be strategically manipulated to intentionally envelop all companies and businesses under one blanket of governmental law. The companies that beeth once owned by the public shall be seized by the governing factor of such nations, and the entire public shall then be employed solely by the governing factor. The government of said country shall then minimize the wages of all employees. The governing factor shall then inflate the cost of all necessary and required goods and services the public requires to maintaineth a minimal standard of living. The public shall then beginneth to riot. The governing factor shall then useth such rioting as a reason to enforce martial law on society. The governing factor shall then useth the media to calm the public outrage and explain that martial law beeth enforced for the public's own protection. The governing factor shall then lower the cost of goods and services and raiseth the wages of all employees. Ye shall then have a society of controlled labor, of which the governing factor shall then mandate the mass populace to work from their residence, if applicable. The food thou eateth shall slowly becometh more and more poisoned by certain corporations, which shall soon own all the farming and livestock of the world. The food ye consume shall be saturated with pesticides, insecticides, steroids, growth hormones, fat burners, muscle relaxers, and a vast array of different drugs and chemicals the governing factor shall be injecting and spraying over all food thou consumeth. The vast array of drugs and chemicals within the food consumed by the society and absorbed within the body shall beginneth to slowly make thee sick. Cancer, diabetes, skin disorder, impotence, etc. shall spread through society like wildfire, and the media shall explain to thee the normalcy of such illnesses. Ye shall then seeth new strains of the flu and new viruses spread across the public. Ye shall then seeth the media explain to thee the normalcy of such illnesses. Ye shall seeth new advertisements of new drugs on the market produced by the pharmaceutical companies. None of such drugs shall be cures for any illness or disease. There shall beeth no cure for any illness or disease. There beeth no profit within cures for illnesses or diseases.